Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing today? Hope you're doing well. Today is January 12th, 2021. And today I think I have an interesting show. I'm looking back a couple of months to November 2020. And back then I noticed, I decided to take a look at Jessica Mulroney. And I found it interesting that on November 21st, 2020, Jessica Mulroney in the Page Six, and other places too, I'm sure, posted an article about how suicidal she was after that racism claims, after that incident with Sasha Exeter. It said, sitting in the front pew of St. George's Chapel in Windsor, England, and watching her best friend Meghan Markle wed Prince Harry on a sunny day in 2018, Jessica Mulroney was riding high. Her twins were in the show. But in June 2020, the Canadian stylist, whose TV career soared following the royal wedding, was effectively cancelled and left suicidal after being labeled a racist by Instagram influencer Sasha Exeter. Friends told the Post. Within days, Mulroney, 40, lost her gig with Good Morning America. Her show I Do Redo was axed. Netflix could potentially stream at a later date. She had to break her silence about the situation. Mulroney told the Post, "I still feel a lot of shame. I feel that people believe the worst in me, the worst of you." She wrote "in me." Friends revealed that Mulroney, who works with stars, has always been very open, dealing with anxiety. Her mother had come over to care for her, the source said. Jess couldn't talk without crying. She didn't feel like herself on the meds, and she didn't want to talk to anyone. She could barely respond to a text message. Her husband, Ben, quit his job, and he told a pal, "I would wake up and just wouldn't be in bed, and my mind would go to the worst." Wow. So tell you how suicidal Jessica Mulroney was. Right? Mental health, suicidal. Isn't that right up at Harry and Meghan's thing there? So this article came out. What I found interesting is this article came out on November 21st, 2020. And a few days later, y'all remember what came out. How did Meghan respond to this? Did Meghan support her friend? Did Meghan say, "I'm sorry, Jessica, I feel so bad for you. You were ganged up on. Poor you"? Did Meghan do that? Did Meghan show any sympathy? Miss Meghan with mental health, who's so caring and concerning about everybody. What did Meghan do? Meghan the narcissist. Oh, right. We remember what she did. On November 25th, Meghan posts in the New York Times her own little pity party. "Oh, you think you have it bad? Well, I had a miscarriage 8 months ago," right? "Perhaps the path to healing begins with 3 words. Are you okay?" She's so asinine, isn't she? So Meghan goes back and right a few days, just a few days after Jessica Mulroney's article is published, Meghan comes out with this whole, "Oh, you think you have it bad? Look what I'm going through." Yeah. So so I'm wondering about this. You didn't hear Meghan at all mention her friend Jessica being suicidal. We all know one of Harry's friends committed suicide back in, was it August of 2019 or 2020? I think it was 2019, before they left. So anyways, a lot of suicide around Harry and Meghan, kind of like the Hillary Clinton, the Obamas. But I'm just wondering, I find the timing very interesting. So Jessica comes out with her article on November 21st, and then Meghan comes out with her pity party article. Hi, Tallulah, how are you? Yeah, I'm a little late today, so hopefully people can still come on. I sent an email out. But anyways, I want to look at this. Maybe people can catch it later, of course. I always post this video after I finish the live. Yeah, I want to look at this today. I want to look at, so Jessica's article again comes out the 21st. In a few days, just 4 days later, Meghan comes out with her article. And we all know how Meghan is with her PR. She's always trying to outdo someone. And when she publishes something, she's always trying to cancel out someone else. Just like they did their Megxit. They had to rush out with their Megxit announcement one day before Catherine's birthday and a slam to Catherine. So I want to look at this. Meghan never made any mention of her poor friend Jessica, and Jessica came out, admitted she was suicidal. And it seems like Meghan couldn't care less that her friend was suicidal. You haven't seen them together at all. So I want to look at this. What was Meghan thinking when she posted her alleged miscarriage article, which many people think is completely fabricated because the way Meghan wrote it, it was entirely political. It was 80% politics, and she just in passing mentions, oh yeah, I had a miscarriage, I'm in the hospital, kiss my husband with me, holding my hand, kissing our tears. But now let's talk about politics, you know? So the whole thing was so fake and phony and insincere and not well written that it looked like Meghan plugging herself. And it looked like it was aimed towards Republicans and Trump supporters. But anyways, I'm wondering now, like I thought Meghan was just attacking Trump supporters indirectly, which I think she was doing as well. But I think the timing of Meghan's miscarriage article may have been directly related to Jessica's article about being suicidal. So I'm going to look at that today and see, was Meghan's timing of her little pity party, narcissist pity party, as HD Tudor talks about, because Meghan's very constantly with the pity parties and all fake and phony. But so I said, let's take a look at Meghan and Jessica today, and Meghan and publishing that article a few days after Jessica's article. What was Meghan thinking, and how influential was it because of Jessica's suicide article that Meghan wrote? Is it only a narcissist would try to compete with someone like this on something on suicide and miscarriage, you know? And you notice that Meghan never said she was suicidal at all in her article. Meghan would never be suicidal. Please. That narcissist. Anyways, let's take a look. Take a look at Meghan when she published that dreadful New York Times op-ed. It was so poorly written. So what was her attitude towards Jessica at the time when Meghan published that article about her alleged miscarriage? And I get, what is this? The Chariot reversed. Chariot reversed. So, of course, Chariot is about politics, major arcana, and, of course, it's reversed. So, you know, Meghan didn't want, she wanted to destroy Jessica's, you know, time in the you know, because I think that, cause I'm asking about Meghan and Jessica, like Meghan's feelings towards Jessica when she published this miscarriage article. And I get that she saw that Jessica was tapping into a very hot topic here, a very powerful topic here that affects so many people. And Meghan wanted to take it down with her political article, Chariot Reversed. Meghan, I get that Meghan wants to take down anything Jessica tries to do. And the whole thing, you know, you get the black sphinx and the white sphinx. And, you know, Jessica was suicidal because she was accused of racism by that Sasha Exeter woman, where many people considered it more classism because she was like, you know, Jessica was very wealthy, from a wealthy family, very powerful. But whatever the case may be, I get that on top. So I get that, you know, that's why Meghan stopped talking to her friend Jessica, allegedly. She said they stopped talking to each other. Meghan's so supportive of her friends that after Jessica was accused of racism, Meghan said, I can't talk to Jessica. I can't associate with her anymore. She's just a racist. I was friends with her for years, and I had no idea how racist she was, you know. Really kind of skeevy, slimy, backstabbing, you know, with friends like Meghan who needs enemies kind of deal. But anyways, the whole event was very painful, you know, getting ganged up on online and being accused of things. So, but I mean, Jessica was a bully. Jessica was definitely a bully. I'm not excusing Jessica at all. She was bullying people around. But anyways, so Meghan, she wanted to take Jessica's article down, not give it prominence. And I also get, the Hanged Man. Again, another major arcana. So she's just like, I'm just going to hang my article right here and pretend like it has nothing to do with Jessica. And I'm just going to hang this up here and let people see my glory, see what a victim I am. This is the victim card, right? Meghan's like, I'm a bigger victim than Jessica. Jessica doesn't know what pain is. So the whole world turned against her, and I turned my back on her. But look at me. I had a miscarriage 8 months ago. Boo-hoo, right? Which we know she really didn't. I don't think Meghan could ever get pregnant. I'm questioning whether Meghan's really a biological woman in general. But whatever. Just saying. Meghan could seriously pass for a tranny. Just saying. Her and her whole crew there. With another one with that, what's his name? Or Scooby-Dooby-Doo, you know? I don't know. They all seem like they're just flip-flopping with their genders over there. I don't know. But anyways, Meghan was definitely trying to be the bigger victim here. She had 2 major arcana. So I get the feeling here. We'll look more at it, what kind of influence. But Meghan's definitely trying to upstage and try to take down Jessica. She does not want Jessica to get attention because Meghan sees Jessica as riding her coattails, right? Meghan rides the royal coattails. The only reason anyone knows who Meghan Markle is because she married into the royal family. Everyone knows that. But then Meghan gets an attitude like, oh, anyone trying to use my fame, like my father or my sister or Jessica, how dare they? How dare they ride my coattails? So I get that kind of attitude from Meghan. She didn't like Jessica publishing about her feeling suicidal, because Meghan felt she was riding on her coattails, right? It's Meghan's. How dare she? Meanwhile, Meghan does it to the royal family every day. Hi, neighborhood cat lady. Good afternoon. Yeah, I can see you. I see. So anyways, yeah, so we know Meghan was just trying to play the victim here, playing the victim card, which narcissists like to do, for sure, and try to take attention away. But let me see, what is really going on? What's going on in this relationship? Now, a lot of people wondered if Jessica was going to write a tell-all book, right? Like Samantha is doing. And by the way, Samantha's book has been delayed. I don't know if you've heard. It's been delayed. It's not coming out until February 1st now. So there's a couple more weeks. I still have to finish the last chapter of Finding Freedom. I've gone through the Finding Freedom book chapter by chapter on Patreon. So I got one more chapter to go, and that's it. Anyways, but what's really going on between the relationship with Meghan and Jessica? What's going on here? And I get 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. So I get that, you know, of course they were in the Soho House buddies here, indulging. And I see a very positive card here, though. I think that they're both doing this, they're both having fun with this. And I get that the relationship is not negative here, though. I'm getting, it's one of, they'll get together and party, you know, when things clear up and everything settles down. You'll probably see them again at the Soho House or wherever, drinking and partying it up. So I don't see animosity between them. I think it's all for show. But at the same time, Meghan doesn't want anyone getting more attention than her. We know that. How did Meghan feel? Now, we know that Meghan most likely saw Jessica's article, feeling suicidal, and how suicidal she felt when she decided to drop her miscarriage article. And it seemed to me like her miscarriage article, they probably had it tucked away, just waiting to drop it at the right moment. Because that's the way Meghan thinks, you know, with her PR. She's so manipulative and conniving and strategic that she probably has these like articles waiting on the back, you know, waiting to drop it just in case she needs to hide somebody else's. So I really get the feeling here that she just wanted to bury is the term they use, bury Jessica's story with her own. So how did Jessica's suicidal story affect Meghan? Because, you know, Meghan knew what she was, oh, look at that, King of Cups. Meghan was happy about it. She was like, yeah, take that. So she's like thinking she took this as an opportunity to outshine her with her article. But I'm getting the feeling like Meghan couldn't care less. I think she thinks it's all a joke. Maybe it is. Maybe Jessica wasn't really suicidal and she's just as narcissist as Meghan. And so the whole thing was just for show, you know, pretending to be suicidal. But I don't get that Meghan was at all bothered by Jessica Mulroney's suicide article, at least not emotionally. She didn't have any sympathy for her. I think that Meghan made the decision then to, you know, she called her connections there to get her article to drop to cover it. So kings are about making decisions. You know, it can be about people. I don't know if this could be Ben Mulroney or whatnot, or if it's just that her PR, whatever it is, Meghan made a decision. You know, when you're a king, you make a decision. Okay, drop the article now. You know, drop my my miscarriage article now. Yeah. So I do see that she took it made the decision from it, but I don't see her really caring about Jessica. She probably never did anyways. None of these people actually care about each other. I mean, Oprah doesn't care about Meghan. Meghan doesn't care about Oprah. They're all just looking to see what they can get from each other, a bunch of vipers. Anyways, yeah, so Meghan wasn't really bothered. You know, she did it to act. She did act on it. Meghan definitely acted on it when she saw this article by Jessica. Like, whoa, can't, because Meghan knows that when if Meghan hadn't dropped her miscarriage article, then people would have been asking Meghan, what about your friend Jessica? How do you feel? She was suicidal. How do you feel about that? Don't you feel bad? And instead, so that's why Meghan, with her PR snout that says, you know, incredibly long, she decided to dodge that by with her own pity, her own poor me article. So what is Meghan expecting of her friendship with Jessica Mulroney? What's she expecting? Oh my, 2 of coins reversed. Oh, not good. So I got a minor arcana here, and I've got it reversed. So I see that there's some money exchanging that's gone on. You tit for tat, who owes who what, but it's out of control. It's chaotic. Of course, now that Jessica is no longer prominent, right? When Jessica was prominent person with all these top jobs, you know, Good Morning America and whatever else, and actually she got that job because of Meghan, right? Meghan knows that too. So now, though, Meghan's like, you're out, you're gone. And I wonder if the Jessica Mulroney thing, I bet you that was a setup. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. But then again, Jessica did email her some nasty stuff, but she could have been instigated too. Because, you know, it's when they take these texts out of context, you know, you got to look at the whole string of what's going on here. But at the same time, it does look like things are out of control between Meghan and Jessica. I don't think they're working in tandem. I think that they're going back and forth, and Meghan's like, oh, is that what you're going to do, Jessica? Well, watch this. Watch me outdo you. So there's this like battle going on back and forth. So it's sort of like, here's Jessica's article, and boom, there's Meghan's article. So they're going to be going back and forth in this, you know, crazy fashion of the two of them. And this is about putting on a performance for the audience here. And that's Jessica and Meghan with their articles. Both of their articles look like they're for entertainment purposes only, if you ask me. I don't think either of them. I don't think Jessica was really suicidal, and I don't think Meghan really had a miscarriage. So the whole thing is just like putting out a little performance here, a little pity party, do as I call it, because they're probably both narcissists. Anyway, so what is Meghan most afraid of? But I don't think Meghan really hates Jessica. I think the two of them are just sort of battling it out. So I don't even think they were really friends to begin with. I mean, not really close friends. They're just using each other. Basically, Meghan using Jessica, but then Jessica used Meghan. So back and forth. But anyways, what was Meghan afraid of? What's Meghan afraid of or not want with her friendship with Jessica? Ooh, King of Swords. King of Swords. I think Meghan's afraid of what Jessica knows, her and her husband. They know where the bodies are buried, King of Swords. And it was knowing the details, knowing info, knowing things that could slay you, right? So, and it could be an air sign man. I don't know who the air sign man would be. Again, I don't know if it's Ben Mulroney or someone else. But I get another man here. And I get it could be a man, or it could just be that Jessica and Ben have the goods. They have the intel. So that if Meghan is afraid that Jessica could write a book. I mean, this could be her saying, all right, that's it. I'm coming out with everything, you know, a tell-all book. That would really not suit. That's what Meghan would be afraid of. Yeah, and it looks like he's pulling out that knife, ready to stab her in the back. So Meghan is definitely afraid of Jessica stabbing her in the back for sure, with, you know, a tell-all book or giving out info. What is Meghan hoping for with Jessica? What's Meghan hoping for with her relationship? Oh my, 9 of Swords. So Meghan wants Jessica to suffer. She wants her to be miserable and be down and out and be hated by everyone and to be thought of as a racist. She loves that. Meghan loves doing that to Jessica. She loves the power, because I think this is all Meghan's power. You know, I think this whole Sasha Exeter thing could have been a staged. It seemed kind of staged. It could have been, just seemed come out of nowhere. And Meghan loved it. Meghan loved seeing Jessica fall from her high heights, you know, and this is what the Chariot reversed is about. Taking somebody like Jessica who's doing really well on top of the world, and boom, taking her down with Harry and Meghan. Because Harry and Meghan went down, so then Meghan's thinking, well, if me and Harry go down, then Jessica's going to go down with us. So, yeah. Hi, Neighborhood Cat Lady. I look at your comment. You said, M cannot afford to have J as an enemy. Jay knows too much. Yeah, Jessica knows too much. Yeah. Well, so does Samantha. Everybody knows. It's all coming out. Yeah, but you know what? Even though, uh, she can't have her as an enemy, she is doing this, outdoing her with the media, and she does like seeing Jessica suffer for sure. She does not want a friendship with her. She doesn't care about her. And I think Meghan likes torturing people. She doesn't really have any empathy if she's a narcissist. Malignant narcissist. She doesn't have any sympathy or anything for anyone. And here's Jessica, who helped Meghan get Prince Harry, and this is the way she's thanked. But, Meghan and Harry have been doing horribly anyways. But let's take a look now. I want to see finally to confirm what influence did Jessica's suicide article published on November 21st, what influence did that article have on Meghan publishing an article 4 days later about her miscarriage on November 25th, 2020? And I get 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. So sort of, I'm getting a minor arcana here, but I do get the idea that, I'm getting the idea that Meghan wanted to contain. You see how this woman's contained? Meghan wanted to contain Jessica's suffering and Jessica's story there. See, that's Jessica. And Meghan put all these swords around her like, no, your story is not getting out. No one's going to feel sorry for you. They're going to feel sorry for me. Me, Meghan. So this was about, putting Jessica in jail here, basically. And because you notice nobody's talking about Jessica's suicidal event, and there's no sympathy at all for Jessica Mulroney. Meghan put a stop to that. So this is Jessica trying to look like a sympathetic figure, being suicidal, and here's Meghan putting her in jail and saying, nope, your story's not getting out. My story, I'm going to put it in the New York Times about me, and my miscarriage, and get everybody upset talking about it. So Meghan trumped her. Meghan's just like Donald Trump. She doesn't realize. All the people who rabidly hate Trump are the ones who are most like him. Just saying, projection, look it up there. Anyways, so Meghan is using the PR to contain Jessica's story and to keep Jessica's story from coming out so that people don't talk about it and that people don't ask her about it. Because obviously, if poor Meghan is so upset about her miscarriage, the reporters aren't going to go to Meghan and say, hey, Meghan, how do you feel about your friend Jessica being suicidal? They're not going to try to pile on with that. So that was a way of stopping Jessica's story. And it was a small story. It wasn't like as big as Meghan's story, of course, because Meghan got hers in the New York Times, of all places. Her horrible writing. Isn't it pathetic? The New York Times is so pathetic. It's such a leftist rag, like the Washington Post. Can't believe anything they write. It's all crap. Anyways, most of it anyways. Once in a while, they have some objective journalism, but a lot of it is just leftist garbage. And the fact that they would publish Meghan's garbage just tells you right there. Anyways, what's going to happen in the near future with Jessica and Meghan? How things going to go? Ooh, not good. I get the 9 of Wands reversed. 9 of Wands. I think their friendship, and you notice 9 of Wands, she's got a bandage over the head for the mental illness, for the being suicidal and upset. I think their relationship is just gone. They used to have a very prominent relationship, all this publicity, but now, bam, it's like they give up. They're giving up on their relationship. There's going to be at least not in the near future, there's not going to be any type of doing anything together or trying to repair their relationship. It's just going to be, disaster. And interesting, I get 3 9s. So the basis of their relationship was one of Soho House, having a good time, partying when things were good. And then now in the near future, I get 9 of Wands reversed, how things are falling apart. Nobody likes them. They're getting bad publicity. And all they can do is try to beg for some sympathy. And what Meghan wants is 9 of Swords for Jessica to suffer. So I'm getting 9, 9, and 9, which is interesting. Because 9 could indicate a month of September. And I do see something happening next fall with Meghan being nasty and pulling some stunt, probably a second fake baby or something along those lines. And of course, Jessica probably knows about the first fake baby. She may have helped with that. And 9, of course, is 9 months for a pregnancy. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm seeing 999. There's something with the number 9 that is prominent between Jessica and Meghan here. And the final outcome, long-term outcome between Jessica and Meghan, I get, what is this? The Queen, look at that, Queen of Coins reversed. Queen of Coins reversed, yeah. Queen of Coins reversed is, of course, the gold digger. That's Meghan. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she is a gold digger. There's Meghan at the end, and Jessica. Jessica's a gold digger too. They're both gold diggers. That's what they have in common. They're both gonna have a bad reputation at the end of it all, and of course their relationship is all for naught. It's all not gonna go anywhere. They're both gonna go down in history as just being a couple of gold diggers, helping each other climb that slippery pole, right? Social climbing. They're just a couple of social climbers, and they're exposed for who and what they are. And now they're fighting over PR attention. It's really pathetic. So, anyways, yeah, not looking good for their friendship in the long run. But of course, the Nine of Pentacles, she could be holding a book there. She could be holding a book. So maybe Jessica will ultimately come out with that book. You know, she's got a lot of time on her hands, and she may get around to writing that book. And it won't be good for their friendship, I'll tell you what. So I think that will ultimately come on, but way down the road, not in the near future, but down the road some. Probably after Samantha comes out with everything, then Jessica will chime in later on. Yeah, so it looks like the books about Meghan and Harry are going to get better and better in time. It's going to kick off with the truth. First, we got the fake PR nonsense with Scooby-Dooby-Doo, the slimy reporter there. Tries to be a reporter, but he's not. He's just Meghan's mouthpiece. And he lets Meghan use his Twitter account to post her anti-Trump garbage, even though Meghan's just like Donald Trump. And Samantha's book, but now the books are getting better and better. We had Lady Colin Campbell, very good book, but now we're going to get the real deal with Samantha. And after that, who knows? I think Jessica may be coming out with her Soho House secrets, right? So as I take a look, I'm going to also look at the Chronicles of Destiny, see what's going to go happening here. But it looks like things are downhill for Meghan and Jessica Mulroney. It really does look like Meghan was just out pity partying Jessica with this article saying, "Oh, you think you have it bad, I have it worse." You know, and that's typical narcissist behavior. They're always the ones that say, "Oh, you think you had it bad, well, I had this happen." So that's what Meghan's doing on an international PR level with New York Times. Really disgusting narcissism being played out in the media. It's really disgusting, but that's the way the media is nowadays. All right, so let's take a look at. Can't believe anything in the mainstream media. It's all garbage, all just a bunch of narcissists and their political agendas. It's ridiculous, all propaganda. Anyhow, never watch mainstream media, ever, never. It's all propaganda. So let's see what's going to happen with, now let's go to the Chronicles of Destiny. Let's see what's going on with Meghan and Jessica's relationship here. Give us some more ideas of what's going to happen here. What is going to go on with these two? So first, Jessica tries to get sympathy with suicide, but Meghan trumps that out with her miscarriage. What's next? What could be coming up next? Okay, let's see. Take a look. Jessica and Meghan. You notice in this reading too, I should say coins, swords, swords, swords. Yeah, mostly swords. Anyways, fighting back against each other. So let's see, what's the general theme of their relationship here? The adventure. So here you have a woman with her back to you, and she's moving on to her next adventure. So I see that this was a big adventure for Jessica and Meghan, right? This whole thing, their whole relationship was one on the adventure of conquering the royal family together. And that was basically it. I mean, they didn't really have some strong friendship bond here. And going forward, it's going to be more of this drama. I think they both love the drama. They both felt like they were conquering, like I said. They had a end goal together. And after that goal was met, there was nothing else for them to do. Yeah. But I do get here, now this also represents a new beginning of some sort. So there might be a new beginning for their friendship, I guess, in the future here. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen next? I get, masquerade. The masquerade. Uh-oh, not good. So this is deception, lies, putting false stories out, being fake and phony. which of course they usually are anyways, but I'm talking about their friendship here. So it looks like they're going to be fake and phony about each other, and they're going to be posting things on the internet and online that are just to distract and to mislead people about what's going on. So you really can't believe anything they say or going to say about their friendship. I know that after the whole Sasha Exeter thing, that Jessica was posting things about how much she missed Meghan and all this stuff. But there's a lot of, but of course, also this is also secrets. So they have a lot of secrets, which you all know. Jessica knows all the secrets. She knows where all the bodies are buried. So those secrets will continue to be held by them. They both have secrets on each other, I'm sure. A lot of secrets going around here. And next, what's going to happen with those secrets? Ooh, I got the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper. What is that about? 29. Let's see. Gatekeeper is about... Haven't gotten this card recently. Gatekeeper is about unlocks obstacles or secrets. Unlocks secrets. Doors being opened for you, a lucky escape or a lucky escape. So here we've got secrets and deceptions and lies. And this is like a Soho House kind of picture here. They have their masks on. And the gatekeeper unlocks those secrets. Ooh, things coming out. So either things are coming out about them or they're going to be coming out with things. Jessica may be coming out with things. I see a new adventure here. Now this new adventure could be Jessica moving on to writing her book. I don't see a book reference here, but there's something she's coming out with. The secrets being unlocked here. Yeah. And the last card is the Call. Oh, interesting. The Call. Let's see what that one's about. So she looks like getting the call here. So maybe Jessica will be calling each other, or as the call is an offer being made to you, a proposal or invitation that prompts a call to action. So this is a proposal or a job opportunity or some kind of opportunity being presented. All right. So I see an opportunity being presented to reveal the secrets, to unlock the secrets here. I think that the impression I'm getting is that Jessica may reveal some secrets, and then she'll get an opportunity to shut her up. So she'll start revealing things. Like she might reveal something small, or she'll reveal something about Meghan, a secret of Meghan. She may do it anonymously, like on Crazy Days and Nights or something like that. Or a Quora. She'll put it out somewhere, put out a secret, and Meghan will know where it came from. And then next thing you know, Jessica will suddenly get this new opportunity. So I see a new job opportunity or a new show or something of that nature. And or she might get offered to write a book and get $1 million, $10 million advance, whatever they get nowadays. It gets crazier and crazier, the amounts. But I do see the secrets and lies coming out. I do see people figuring things out, and this is going to lead to new opportunity there. I think for Jessica, because I think it's going to be Jessica revealing Meghan. Meghan's obviously not going to be revealing anything about Jessica, but who knows? It could go either way. But I think more people are interested in Jessica revealing the secrets of Meghan and everything. So I do think the secrets will come out. I think it will come out, and I think that it could be through writing, because this is Jessica here, and her hands are lit up, sort of like something she does. So I definitely get that. Things are gonna come out. Secrets are gonna come out here. I think Jessica's gonna move on. She's gonna turn her back on Meghan after this deal Meghan is doing, trying to outdo her with PR. And Jessica's gonna use her last weapon that she has, her nuclear arsenal, the secrets of Soho House, Masquerade, the secrets of Soho House, and Harry and Meghan. So I would just wait. It's gonna come. I do think Jessica's gonna come out with everything. She needs a job, and she's gonna get one. It's going to happen. Meghan's been too cruel. Meghan has been too cruel here to her friend. I mean, to do that to her friend, her alleged friend, who's, but again, the both of them are just narcissists, so I really don't have much sympathy for either of them, really, but yeah. More, it will come out. I think it will come out, their secrets, for sure. Whether it's a book form or an interview or something. Yeah. Things are going to be coming out. All right, so that is what I see for Meghan publishing the pity party adieu of Meghan and Jessica Mulroney and their little suicide miscarriage situation here. I do think they were trying to outdo each other. I do think Meghan wanted to contain Jessica's story. I do think their friendship is pretty much over. So, that's going to lead. Yeah, it's going to lead to a nasty woman writing a nasty book with the Queen of Coins and making some coin from that for sure. All right, so that is what I see. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Let me just check the comments real quick. No new comments. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.